everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm on my way to Luxor. I've been staying in Cairo for the past few days and me and my friend are doing 24 hours in Luxor. So I'm currently at Cairo airport and our flight leaves in literally 20 minutes. So we're rushing because there was so much traffic. But I just wanted to share with you guys what it's like for those of you that may consider going just for 24 hours to see all the sights and etc. So it's 2:20 a.m. Our hot air balloon flight over Luxor, etc. is at 4:40 a.m. That's the time we're going to be collected by our tour guide, so we decided not to sleep. You can see behind me the Valley of the Kings. Our resort is absolutely beautiful. It's a stunning place. And yeah, so what actually happened was our tour operator decided to cancel on us 24 hours before with no real legitimate reason other than something to do with flights. So what my friend actually very kindly did was she actually arranged for our flights for us, sorted out all the tours that we were going to do anyway, and we only really ended up spending a tiny bit extra because when we got to the hotel itself they charged us taxes on top, which we weren't aware of. So I'm not going to sleep now. I've wiped off my makeup, one of my contact lenses has dropped out, so I'm a bit blind. And yeah, so it is going to be a 24-hour thing and it will be interesting because of the lack of sleep. There were no real earlier flights, to be honest. It was only like a difference of an hour, so it really didn't make that much of a difference because we landed here at about just before 11 p.m. and then we took a taxi from Luxor airport to our hotel. Uber doesn't run in Luxor, for those of you that aren't aware. It only runs in Cairo. So we ended up having to pay, or we managed to haggle down from 200 Egyptian pounds to 125, which doesn't cost that much, but unfortunately out here you will have to haggle when it comes to taxi drivers. It's only a 20-minute drive, to be honest, so we're not actually that far, but as you can see itself, it's an absolutely beautiful place. So it's going to be interesting the next few hours. You're going to see me awake for a very, very long time, but still managing to kind of try and enjoy ourselves. So it's something to 5 in the morning. We are catching a motorboat to the other side of the river so that we can get on the hot air balloon. We've had no sleep. All I did was have a shower and redo my makeup. Guys, that was absolutely amazing. Worth the, I was going to say 4 a.m. start, but we haven't slept. This is our balloon that's behind us. To be fair, there was about 30 people in it. You have to be able to jump over the basket, so I don't really think it's for people that may have mobility issues, so that's just something to bear in mind. So smooth. And I was actually a little bit scared to begin with, but it's so smooth. You barely even feel like you're moving. It's amazing. So we're just leaving Karnak temple. Really tired, been awake for over 24 hours, 36 hours, I don't even know. And because I'm so tired, I'm struggling. Our tour guide is very knowledgeable. I am going to place his details in the info bar, as I will do for everyone who may be interested. But the only thing is that he's too intelligent for me, if that makes sense. Like, he went into great detail about things that I wasn't necessarily interested in. I'm more of a summarize things sort of person. So for those of you that are really interested in all the nitty-gritty of Egyptian history, especially in regards to Karnak temple, then you'll enjoy it. Whereas me and my friend are just really tired, and we've been here nearly 2 hours as well. So we're now moving on to the next place. So we now just arrived at the Valley of the Kings. We've decided to give the Temple of Hatshepsut, that's how you pronounce it, a miss, because honestly we're just too tired and it's super hot, but I've always wanted to go to the Valley of the Kings. So that's where we have now arrived with our tour guide, and we're just getting some tickets before we go on our way.
life. Then we see the king in between. The spirits of the goddess of Upper Egypt, goddess Nekhbe, spirits of goddess of Delta, goddess Wadjet of Butu before the unification, means the king of the two lands together. Then we see this
So we're now leaving the Valley of the Kings and making our way to go and have some lunch. This 24 hours from Cairo to Luxor has not really worked out too great. Listen, it can be done, but maybe when you've had a little bit more rest. So I'm back at my absolutely stunning resort in Luxor, which is called the Steigenberger Resort Achti. And now I'm just going to chill for a little bit with my friend, have some dinner, and then make our way back to Cairo. I was literally just down by the Nile right there, and two people offered me a felucca ride for like 30 minutes. So tours are available all the time, but it's just also about knowing what's worth the money and what's not. And to be honest, I did want to do a felucca ride, but the way I'm feeling right now, I just want to relax and rest and have a couple of drinks and have some nice food and spend a little bit more time. So we're finishing off our trip in Luxor with a beautiful sunset meal in our fabulous resort hotel. We've had a great time. It was slightly chaotic due to the fact that our tour operator cancelled our tour, but we managed to rearrange it ourselves by booking our own flights, hotel and excursions. Luxor has got a very different climate to Cairo as well. Luxor's very, very hot. It was at least 30+ degrees. I've got a tan. Cairo was very rainy and quite cold because it is March at the end of the day. If any of you guys are thinking about coming to Egypt in March, it's better to come to Luxor than Cairo if you're expecting any kind of warm weather. Overall, I think we had quite a nice time. It was an adventure, don't get me wrong. We did see a lot of things, but one thing I do have to say is that unless you are somebody who's really into Egyptian history, you don't necessarily need to do all of the things. I mean, going to the Valley of Kings is almost like a standard that everybody feels that they have to do, but it is very tiring and very samey, and then you do end up seeing a lot of the same stuff. And you also have to bear in mind that a lot of these tours requires a lot of walking. We did up to 14,000 steps a day, so it's very tiring. So you need to bear in mind that you need to have time to rest, relax, as well as enjoy yourself. But would I come to Luxor again? 100% definitely. Spend more time here, maybe go on a felucca ride or something. Trying to pack in so many things sometimes can be difficult. But overall, yeah, I would definitely recommend Luxor again for you guys.